the straps on the tefillin and the knots of those straps obviously represent a deep level of understanding. The strap of the yod and the knot of the left hand, of this left hand, the knot that goes here is a yud. That yud is the first letter of the word yesod, and it's brought down that this knot relates to yesod. And in a certain way, that box, which the knot is supposed to be touching the box when you put the tefillin on and say the bracha, that box is Rachel and Malchus. You see? And that box there is Malchus, and the yud of it touching the Malchus is a connection. But that's a yud, that's a yesod. Remember, yesod's the only letter, yud's the only letter that starts off one of the sephirot as a yud. There's a yud in Bina also, and there's a connection here. Okay, but the yud of the tefillin arm is yesod. Now, that's the knot there. Then there's a knot in the back of the head. These are K-N-O-T, not N-O-T. The yud, the knot in the back of the head is a dalet. That stands for da'as. Again, it's the first letter. And it's the only dalet in the sephirot tree. And das is the knot in the back of the head. So we have two knots on the straps. The yud on the arm and the dalet on the back of the head. So there's a connection there, and the two letters make yad. Yad. And not yad, because remember, the yad is equivalent to dalet amos, which is also dalet. Now this strap that's in the back of the knot in the back of the head relates to the tefillin up here, where there are four different, compartments. Down here, there's only one. So in a certain sense, the top represents a bina, and the box down here represents Malchus. These are the two feminines. This is Leah, and this is Rachel. And the dalet in the back is also a double dalet, which makes it a mem. These are weird things, but for the time being, what I'm interested in is the yad. Because, I teach tennis, everything in the yad. And I think that, when we're talking about yad, we're talking about 14 pereks, the 10 here, the 4 here, and the dalet. You see? And that the end of the dalet amos, the yad's equivalent to dalet amos in a kinyan, in an acquisition. And everything is the yad. And so here, which you may not be aware of, is that the knot in the tefillin of the arm is a yud. It's yesod, and the dalet in the back of the head is from das, and there's a connection here, and this connection makes a yad. And for me, this is the reason I've been able to sensate this yad, because tefillin is my mitzvah.